How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end.
What's good, guys? It's King Wolfblade back again once again today. But today we're here to start our journey through Biomutant. I don't know anything about this game except a couple trailers. It looks pretty decent, so we're just going to get straight into this. We're starting off with a stream here. It's Saturday night. And hopefully this series will be transferred over into an episodic series starting next week. And we'll see what happens. We played through easy on our first playthrough to get the story going. As the weirdest cricket I've ever seen.
Encode your DNA.
Alright, Primal. Primal is a nimble, developed, entomorphic breed, a hybrid with a gain mutation making them nimble and dexterous at the cost of lesser development initiative. Vitality 28, 28, 28, 28, 28, 10. Okay, so they're all going to be 28, 28, 28, 10. Dumdun is the least developed amorphous breed, a hybrid offshoot that compresses the lack of material, powerless with a physical strength. High increase in melee damage, but I lose energy regain, and I gain health, and Kai energy. Rex is an extraordinary developed amorphous breed, a hybrid outcast with an even DNA string making it ape for both physical and mental challenges. High loss in melee damage, but I have massive increase in health, power, Kai energy, and energy regain. Development amorphous breed, a hybrid with a gain mutation making it extremely tough and resilient. An increase in armor, a slight increase in health, but I lost Kai energy and power. The breed is renowned for a highly involved mind. Its gender is directed in linked to the power of Kai, which implements their psionic output. A very large decrease in health, armor, and melee damage, but a high increase in Kai energy regain, and power. And breed, its evolution lineage has gone in a direction where from an appearance it has dominated our faction. Bartering is increased from 7% to 10%. critical chance from 3 to 4, loot chance from 3 to 5, but a very big decrease in energy Kai, power, energy regain. I'm thinking this resilience one. Critical chances from 3% to 2%. I lose Kai energy and power, but I have a bigger armor. I don't like the way he looks. Define your character's starting attributes to see more detailed explanations on what the effects of each attribute has.
Define your genetic structure.
Okay. It's funny just watching him change. Alright, agility. What's that? Agility is my movement speed. Okay. Vitality would be my health and armor. I don't know what to go with here. Like, I don't know what this game is built on, if I should be focusing on intelligence or strength or agility. I know that my main reason I picked who I picked was for the vitality, or the armor, but... should I go this way?
Choose a genetic resilience.
Genetic resilience. Cold, radioactive, heat, and biohazard. Well, I normally am more of a cold person.
Choose your first style.
Choose my first style. There's nothing here.
Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Command Deadeye. Command Saboteur. Deadeye.
Okay, Deadeye is a tricky, skillful rogue who chooses a life outside law and social values, but that's a big decrease to my
Commander.
number, so that's not going to work. Commander is trained in an operation of an elite special operation force. Commanders are used to work in similar teams.
Psyfreak.
Psyfreak are experimentals with psychotic powers and mutations. They're usually outcast on a freeing a social.
Saboteur.
Saboteur is a cunning, skilled explorer trained to operate covertly in both suburbs and wilderness.
Sentinel.
The Sentinel dedicates themselves to protect a house. Their dedication is for the organization of a whole, including supreme belief in their
Deadeye.
dealness.
Sentinel.
Your base armor is increased by 10.
Saboteur.
Melee dual wield skill. Equip 2 different one-handed melee weapons to dual wield them. Your dodge energy cost is reduced by 20%. To shoot a spark ball, press down the input you have bound the ability to. It will make you throw the ball in a direction you are facing, inflicting damage to an enemy you hit. Your Kai energy reading is increased by 20%. Ranged weapon attack inflicts 10% more damage on the target. Your ranged weapons are reload instantly, and your next magazine is gained 20% damage.
Sentinel. Saboteur. Sentinel. Saboteur. Sentinel. Sentinel. Saboteur. Sentinel. Saboteur. Saboteur chosen. That'll work.
Alright. Player movement. L to move forward, L to move back, R to look around.
Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
I'm dark as in strength and power. Color me light for freedom and loyalty.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise. An echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
You get it. I'm bright. I'm not sure light is for me.
Seems more like you're being light-headed if you ask me, but you'll come around eventually.
But what comes around goes all the way back around. So, it's better to stick to your instincts. You can't fight what's in your nature.
In your nature, and here I was hoping we'd be all about natural selection, survival of the strongest and so forth. If that's not instinct, then I don't know what is.
Natural selection is all about evolution and progress, and as soon as there's enough light, darkness will disappear.
Just smack that bitch.
Right is always right.
Oh.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others.
Meat eaters, meat. Meat eaten eaters, meat.
Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
Whoa! R2. Ow, that didn't work.
Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
I wonder if this is one of those games like if I could have stayed and fought and beat him, if it would have just ended the game.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The Predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die.
Move towards the enemy to target them with a melee weapon. Aim the camera towards the enemy to target them with a ranged attack. To reload your ranged weapon, press R1. Energy Kai is used for dodging, using mutations, and performing special attacks. When you're out of Kai energy, you'll be unable to perform these actions. Use Kai energy regenerators both in and out of combat. Okay, it looks like there's a leveling system because these things are saying they're level 1. Just down the hall. Electronic mode. You found a weapon special effect add-on. Attach it to your ranged weapon to give it an extra damage type for as long as the ammo lasts. Some enemies have a resistance or weakness to different weapon specialty effects, so use them wisely. Electronic. To attach the special effect add-on, selecting through the quick menu. Medical supplies. You'll find medical bags like this containing items that can help heal you. Your health doesn't automatically drain. In combat, you have to use consumables or find other ways to heal. You can use bandages by holding and quick select. Okay, what about this way? A Toko top hat.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
Parry. Remember to parry enemy attacks. When the enemy attacks and you see lightning bolts flash above their heads, press L1. Looting. Fallen enemies can often be looted for healing items. Find a highlighted fallen enemy and then press triangle. Remember to use your healing items when you're wounded to open the item, select and follow up.
That'll come in handy.
Energy pack small. That was thingy. Die, damn it. Some enemies carry large shields. You need to break the shield with melee attacks before you can deal damage to the enemy.
Chop, chop.
Ow. Defeating enemies and completing quests will give you XP. Leveling up allows you to raise one of your attributes by 10. You'll get 1 point that you can use to unlock skills. In the Long Fu and Perks menu, to go to the menu, press the Options button. Okay. Alright, so let's look at this. Oh my god. Okay. In the selection, you can change equipment and weapons. The circle icon represents a part of the body that can be geared up with equipment found or bought from vendors. Your favorites can be saved in the outfits menu. You can sort your gear according by different stats. You can scrap the highlighted pieces of gear for crafting resources. Okay. When you level up, you can increase an attribute of your choice by 10. Pick which attribute you want to increase from the list.
Feeling good?
Upgrade points. You earn upgrade points when leveling up. These can be used to acquire new special attacks and perks. Time to unlock your first special attack. Close combat. Dual wield melee. Okay, so I have square, circle square, X square, square, And now I'm getting ready to get square, square, triangle. You can now perform your special attack when you have the correct weapon type equipped. Once you've unlocked more attacks, you'll be able to combine them to reach the Super Kung Fu or Wong Fu stat. Okay. I can dual wield guns. Okay. Once you have more upgrade points, remember to spend them on perks and special attacks in the Wong Fu and perk menu. Okay. Okay.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
An old working crowbar.
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
Rawr.
Whoa. It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
Well, that looks interesting.
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you.
Come on, come at me!
Mark.
Bioblogs. You absorb a bioblog. Those are points used to unlock mutations. You collect bioblogs by defeating marks and finding containers at various places in the world. You can use the bioblogs to unlock specific powers at any time by according to mutation parts at the menu. Okay. Mutations. Go to the Mutations tab to unlock PSI, Power, Biologicals, and to upgrade your resistances. Mutations. To use Moth Mouth, press the input you have bound the ability to while facing an enemy. This will inflict any small humanoid enemy hit while infected enemies will attack their allies instead. To use Vile Bill, press down the input you have bound to the ability. It will make a Ball toxic slash in a direction you are facing, inflicting damage to all enemies. Oh, can't do those. I can increase my resistances. To use the ability, press the button it's bound to while you're holding L2. Okay, and I should have one more so I can increase my cold resistance.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
Okay, you found a puzzle. There are scattered around the world. Some open new paths while others feature different rewards. To switch which mode you use, to select use blank and blank. To rotate the node, L1 and R1. This is the number of rotations you have left. The higher your intellect, the more moves you have. Each node has a certain position it must be. Rotate it into to complete the puzzle. Running out of moves before that may have consequences. Okay.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Okay. So I need to increase my intellect so I can not fail those.
The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
That way.
There you go.
Countering an enemy attack will stun them. A stunned enemy has stars circle above their head, and after hitting an enemy again, you can launch it up into the airborne, pressing L1.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. The deep cut. Small things for your big ideas. Wow!
What? Oh, yeah. Special attacks. You're on your way to performing a special attack. Possibly special attacks are prompted in a low rate hand corner of the screen. Pressing the indicated input while it is showing will trigger your special attack.
That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
By default, dialogues are set to advance from one NPC line to the next automatically. If you want to manually advance the dialogue, you can change this in the settings. Now I'm a mini-me.
Asks if you are tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Mooma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding. You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. The small tree you saw up there where you met will eventually grow into a tree of life and start giving back to nature. It'll be the heart of the land. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the primal energy.
Hoop net.
You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree. Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Mooma will be able to protect us. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Mooma comes looking for you. You did... No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not. He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the tree of life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that the World Eaters arrived. The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse the Toxinol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eaters' DNA into overdrive. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date
My
says
brain
his
hurts.
friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
Huh.
Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
This is gonna be a long-ass game.
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see.
Signposts are found near locations of interest all around the world. You'll unlock a signpost when interacting with it. You can fast travel to a signpost you've unlocked by selecting it on the map. To open the map at any time, press that. Okay. Big boy.
That must be the World Eater that chewed off Out of Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here.
Your inner balance is two halves that complete the wholeness that flows through all things. At times, you'll be able to manifest your inner balance through deeds and dialogue choices. Few of these who always act in the same manner, and our wholeness is the sum of the choices we make and the actions we take. The balance of your actions creates your aura score, which affects the dialogue with other characters.
He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart.
Interactions with captives and PS shrines will award you with PSI points that you can use to unlock psycho powers. Power can only be unlocked once you have reached the required dark or light inner balance.
Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
Whack! You've gained a PSI point. Use it to unlock powers. In the mutations menu, some powers are unlocked by the aura score, meaning that your PSI can only unlock powers the same color as your current aura without these colors.
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important. Out of Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are 2 nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do.
Quest tracking. Your current and started quests are shown in the journal. See the top of the menu above. You can change which quest you are tracked by opening the journal and selecting another quest. So I got the Jackneat or that. Okay. In your journal, you can find information on your quest as well as all previous tutorials and dialogues. You've made it through the wall and out of Bunker 101. You need to gain the support of a tribe in order to take a stand against the World Eaters. Go to either nearby Stofu and gain their support, and take a side in the brilliant conflict between the tribes. The Tree of Life is dying. What was once protected all is now withering and fading. You need to take on the World Eaters and decide on the fate of the Tree of Life. Life or death, the choice will ultimately be yours alone. The tribes are splintered and stand in opposite and opposings. Some believe that the world eaters need to be vanquished and that the tree of life can be saved, whereas some believe that the implemented doom should be embraced and that the only way forward is to destroy the tree of life. It is up to you to unite the tribes under one banner, one way or another. Okay. Oh no, it seems like I should go with the Marriott Fortress, but I just don't. I have this feeling that I should go with the Joggy Fortress. That's the World Eater we just saw. That one has 3 heads. Which one should I do? I don't know. To use Blaze, press down to input you have bound. The ability to Blaze will launch you forward and leave a trail of fire behind you. To use Blink, press down the input you have bounded. The ability it will teleport you in a direction of moving and create a shockwave while you're repaired. Almost over 3 already. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to save and call the stream here. I know it's only been about an hour, maybe not even an hour, but I'm tired. I've had a rough day. It's Father's Day weekend. I spent all day with my dad, and I'm going to leave. Actually, I'm going to make sure to text my Cool Gamer Zach and Alan Hazel Ace, tell them both to watch this video and tell me what tribe to join, or if anyone else sees this video before the next video comes up or the next stream I do, please leave in the comments below what tribe I should join. Should I join? Hold on, I'll pull them back up on the screen. Should I join the Jackin tribe, or should I join the Marriott tribe? So please, down in the comments below, tell me which tribe I should join, and whichever one y'all decide is the one I will join. So I hope you guys do enjoy. Hit that like button down below if you do. Share this video with all your friends and your family so y'all can enjoy the tribe together. We will welcome you with open arms. And you guys know to live life by the sword. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.